Hello everybody, today we are going over another Will Anderson Saga game, and I had to cover this game because of who's playing it. Scramble player Dan Wachtel. If you don't know, Don Wachtel is a character from Better Call Saul, and Dan Wachtel, not this guy, I think, is a lawyer. Will Anderson lost this game. I hope you enjoy. Dan starts first with enjoy, blocking the triple letter score and burning the J. Will responds with chewily, which isn't a word and isn't challenged off. And Dan exchanges 4 of his letters. Next, Dan bingos with uttered. And Will exchanges his awful rack. Dan bingos again with the letters EGILNO and the blank. And I'll let you guess what the bingo was. If you guessed eloping, congratulations. Will then extends the J to score double with jug. 2 other plays given his rack are Q on the top right and Gage on the top left. Q was more defensive, but Will decided that he'd rather play offensively, and given his rack, I wouldn't blame him and his points. Next, to get rid of some of the potential bingo lanes, Dan plays overt. He could have played VAT or VET on the right side, but both don't give a double word score, and I think blocking the E might remove some more bingo lanes. Next, Will bingos with the letters AEILOSS, and I want you to find the word. If you found Loiasis, then congratulations. Dan countered bingos with the letters AENRSTV, and this will be the third odds video moment. If you found Versant, then congratulations. Next, Will scores with Whiz, hitting the triple letter and closing the board a bit, and Dan closes up the board a bit with Gonad. Will plays Verify, hitting the triple word score, but he could have hit the triple word score to play Faye on the top left, or form Faye to make 3 overlaps on the top right. Anyways, next move, Dan plays Bonk to form those 3 overlaps I was talking about, and to also use the triple letter score for a stunning 39 points. Now, feeling it, Will plays in the top left for triple points. Next, Dan plays Cheese, burning the Q for a nice 22 points. The next move is absolutely stunning. 3 disconnected overlaps using a double word score and scoring 28 points. Will plays O in just the right spot. Dan responds with Mud for 21 points. Will then tries to score with Fop to dislodge some of his less useful tiles, but on a board this close, I am not sure bingos would be possible. The endgame wraps up with Xerus for 44 points, Den for 19 points, TI for 8 points, Calmed for 14 points, Biz for 25 points, and Crit for 12 points. Macondo had a few major issues processing this game, and I'm not sure why. However, there were only a few mistakes on both players' ends. The first is Mud instead of Ovium, then another is Eloping instead of Glenoid. Finally, the last mistake I'd like to talk about is Overt instead of Tav, but this might just be a matter of taste. Overall, there were only a few mistakes, but Will just wasn't ready to face the bingo onslaught leveled by Dan. In fact, Will might have played slightly better according to the machine. Anyways, thank you all.